Hi everyone. In this tutorial, I'm combining PLLA and Salmon DNA Rejuran. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to microneedle targeted areas of my face. I've been losing weight. I think I've lost 24 pounds and I can see a little bit of sagging in my skin. So I'm gonna bump it up. I'm gonna target my cheek area, my nasolabial folds, and my marionettes. And I'm really gonna go in with that medical grade microneedling device. And I'm just gonna really slather on the ampoules. I'm gonna combine them and I'm going to really infuse my skin so that it will go to work and start creating collagen, plumper skin. So today is Thursday afternoon, so I've healed completely from. So let's get started. I want to show you how I'm going to microneedle some areas of my face. I'm going to combine two ampoules today, and one is PLLA and one is Rejuran, the Salmon DNA. A little bit about this treatment. This treatment is for someone that really needs padding. They need a stimulation in their own collagen and they need their skin to thicken up. The reason I chose to do this tutorial today is, excuse me, I've been losing weight and I believe I'm up to 23 pounds. And I noticed that I'm losing a little bit of volume in my face, maybe the lower part of my face. You can see right in here, the lower part, and then right around my upper cheeks. So far, my neck is doing fine, but I was thinking about a way to encourage that thicker layer in my skin. And I couldn't think of a better way to do it than to combine, like I love to do. I call it stacking. I'm going to stack the Rejuran DNA Salmon Ampoule and the PLLA, which is now available. So I'm going to show you the areas I'm going to microneedle. And I have my sterilized microneedling device here. And I'm just gonna target those areas that I feel need a little extra padding. So let's get started. I think I'll start with the left side of the face. So I'm really gonna focus in my cheek area to plump those cheeks up, and then the lower face right here where the masseter muscle is. So I'm gonna go in with my regular move. I've sterilized my microneedling device. And I'm just going to do a couple of passes in our regular pattern. Remember, our regular pattern is a grid, and we're overlaying the pattern and angling it. And I will include the instructions on how you should, which directions you should apply the microneedling device. I'm gonna do one more pass in this area because I really wanna infuse the skin. I really wanna see a plumping effect. Okay, and now I'm gonna go horizontally. All right, I'm gonna set that down and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to apply the solution. I'm going to only use a quarter of the PLLA. It's a thicker consistency. And then I'm going to go in with some Salmon DNA, and I'm going to use a quarter of an ampule of the Salmon DNA. It'll end up being a really nice consistency. I'll mix that up. And why I let that kind of settle and mix up together, I want to share with you what the Salmon DNA and the Poly-L-Lactic Acid do. The Poly-L-Lactic Acid is known as PLLA. It's a biodegradable and biocompatible polymer derived from lactic acid. PLLA can have different molecular weights like hyaluronic acid, but it's biocompatible. This compound can dissolve completely in the human body, making it very versatile in modern medicine. In other words, your body's immune system will not attack it. This is why it is found in dissolvable sutures, pens, plates, and screws in the body for surgical application. It's a dermal filler, and doctors and dermatologists, nurses, what they do is they inject PLLA into the skin, and what it does is it triggers a reaction in the skin, basically telling the body to start producing collagen. Women go into their dermatologist or their medical provider, and they have their face injected with PLLA, and it's very, very popular. It can be very expensive. So when I talked to my manufacturer about PLLA, I told him that I thought it would be a great treatment to apply to the skin in our treatment room and to use while we are using our derma pen with longer needles or with our microneedling device. So I have combined PLLA with salmon DNA, but while I am wanting to tell you about the Salmon DNA, I think I should apply the PLLA and the Rejuran Salmon DNA. Now remember, I always talk about going up in an upward motion, getting the solution, whatever you're applying, whether it's a serum, a toner, or an ampule. Remember, we want to stroke. We want to use our hand in an upward motion to push that product into the pore at this angle from below. So that's why I'm using the fan brush to sweep in an upward motion. Now a little goes a long way, so I'm going to let that absorb. And then I'm going to move on to another area, and I'm going to come back to the Salmon DNA, the Rejuran. Now I can see in this area here that I've lost a lot of volume. So I'm going to really go into this area in the lower masseter area, this muscle I just shared last week with my facial muscle exercises. I'll link that video from last week up above. The facial muscle exercises really work. I love doing them, and I feel like it really gives me a firmness in the muscle, which then in turn turns into a real nice firmness in the skin. The muscle, the fascia supports the skin. So let's go ahead and let's be a little more aggressive. Now, for those of you that are new to the microneedling, you use the pressure you feel your skin can tolerate. And I always encourage you to just use a little patch test My skin is very resilient, so I'm gonna go in a little more aggressively. And for those of you that watch me, that's not a surprise to you, is it? Okay, so I really want to work this nasal labial fold and the marionettes. So I'm gonna do something a little different this time. I'm going to use those small moves just to target that area. So I'm just working my way down the nasal labial fold and the marionette. So we've done our horizontal. Let's do our one angle. As you can see, I'm rolling it across the skin about 5 times. Okay, so let's do this angle. Okay, and then let's go in the vertical. Okay, now let's go in with our solution and let's just really get some great product into the skin. Okay, let me explain what the Rejuran is. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, you probably have heard of the Salmon DNA facial. I'm sure of it. Anyways, let me tell you about Salmon DNA. Rejuran polynucleotide treatments are DNA fragments that stimulate skin regeneration and improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It improves acne scarring, stretch marks, and jowls. It helps with sagging skin and crow's feet. The theory behind polynucleotide treatments is that polynucleotides interact with receptors on the skin cells, which promote the production of new collagen and elastin fibers. This can result in smoother, firmer, and more youthful looking skin. So you can see why I've combined the two. One with the PLLA is going to stimulate collagen, and the other it works really well with the fibroblasts in skin regeneration and thickening. So let me go ahead and work on the lower part of my face. It's important to hold the skin taut. I always recommend that so that we're not pulling the skin or tugging on it. Now I'm going down at my angle. And then remember that these products could be used alone. If you don't love microneedling, another angle is you can just microneedle. Remember, I talk about how microneedling is a form of collagen induction therapy. So the mere treatment of performing microneedling on the skin is going to evoke that repair response. The skin is going to go into this temporary repair response that we will calm the skin, that we will need to calm the skin down from. But that temporary response is what kicks the collagen production in with collagen and induction therapy. So that's the beauty of it. We don't want long-term inflammation in the skin, but we want that short-term so that the skin really starts to perform and it wakes up and it produces collagen, and it just becomes, I guess you would say, awakened. Now, I noticed that, as always, my forehead, I don't do Botox, so I noticed my forehead needs a little work. So while I have the solution mixed, I'm just going to go ahead and do a treatment here on these little fine lines I have and my 11s. I am not putting very much pressure like I typically do, because what I'm finding is this our new medical grade device with a different design head. It's a very, very small gauge needle, and it's extremely strong, and it's designed differently. So it has like a pyramid shape. So the needles, they're real needles, and they actually enter the skin more fluidly, more precisely, and just do a beautiful job of laying that pattern. The pattern that is kind of like a stamping. And then the skin just is less traumatized. It's more effective, and really is not very irritating to the skin. And I believe it's the design of the needle and the fact that it's such a small needle. Now I'm going to just do a cross patching pattern here on my 11s, horizontal direction and a vertical direction. Okay, that's great. Okay, I think I got every pattern there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to apply the solution to the forehead and the 11s. I'll speed this up, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you my next step. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So I want you to look at my skin. It's pretty pink. There's some erythema. I can feel a little bit of a tingly, prickly sensation on my skin. But I want to show you something that I just launched, and I'm super proud of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the benefits of LED face and neck and décolleté LED treatment, but with near infrared light. There are studies done that show so much better penetration and results with near infrared. I have been researching this with my manufacturers, trying to get an LED mask that had near infrared, but not only near infrared, but flashing. So I'm going to apply this mask to my face and neck. I want you to take a good look at my skin. I want you to see how pink it is. I'm going to apply the mask, and I'm going to first put it on the red LED setting, and then I'm going to put it on the near infrared.
And then why I have it on, I want to share with you how beneficial this device is. Okay. It's very easy to use. It's very comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to start with the LED red light. Forgot the straps. I'm just going to use a little thing here. There we go. Okay. Let's turn it on red. I love the design. I love how you turn it on. Okay, so we're on red. All right, a little bit about the LED mask. Let me share it with you. Okay. Let's see. The neck and décolleté and face mask come together. So I highly recommend both of them. We need to treat our neck and our décolleté at the same time. We don't want our neck, I'm sorry, I forgot to tuck this in. That's just like me, isn't it? Okay. The beauty of it, gives me a moment to talk to you about it. The beauty of it is that this particular mask has been, they took a mechanical device and they stretched it and bent it for 48 hours straight. And what they found with this device is it didn't affect the LED lights. It didn't affect any part of how the device worked with, with bending it and this way and bending it that way. And when the manufacturer shared it with me, I thought that's perfect for me because I'm so clumsy. And I break things easily. So let me explain this to you. All right, it says, the pulsed LED light involves rapidly switching a light source on and off at specific intervals. It's known as pulsing. Pulsing is really important because unlike continuous wave light, which remains consistently on, the pulsed LED lights deliver light in short bursts to provide a more effective biological response. This technology increases collagen and elastin production, decreases hyperpigmentation and melasma. And I will tell you, if you have breakouts, it will help clear your breakouts. It kills bacteria. You have a blue setting that will kill the bacteria in the skin. You'll notice a difference in your skin within 3 weeks. And here is the biggest tip of all. I highly recommend using it like we do at the spa, at the skin clinic. We want to apply an ampoule, a serum, and we want to then place the LED mask, neck and décolleté onto the skin. We always want to use an ampoule or a serum. There is such great scientific data that shows that the light works even more effectively when we have a product that has activity on the skin prior to using the LED device. Okay, so let me tell you what the different light therapies are. One is yellow light therapy. It's used for calming inflammation and reducing redness. Studies have shown it's a great option for users who specifically are looking to reduce the redness caused from the sun. It also boosts lymphatic flow, which helps remove toxins and increase skin hydration and circulation. So remember, the yellow light kind of corresponds with what I talk about is how we want to manage the inflammation in our skin. We want to reduce the inflammation in the skin because inflammation leads to compromised skin, and that takes a toll on the skin, and it leads to fine lines and wrinkles and sagging. So the yellow setting is a beautiful setting. There's the yellow setting. Okay, let's go to red light therapy. Okay, let me make this really clear. For those of you that have reached out to me and told me about your concern about hyperpigmentation or melasma, I want you to specifically skip the red light therapy. The red light therapy is for collagen and elastin. And although the LED lights do not heat the skin, there is I think it's like 1% or 0.5% in elevation, like 1 degree, I should say, or 0.5 degree in the increase in the skin warming or heating, which in comparison to other devices where it literally heats up the skin, is not an issue. But for those of you that do worry about your hyperpigmentation or your melasma, we want to completely skip the red setting. We want to go to the infrared. Okay, so the near infrared light is a flashing light. It targets deeper fibroblast cells. It skips the top, it skips over the top layer, and it goes into the deeper layers of the skin. And we want that for those that have discoloration. We want to protect the skin, and those of you with discoloration, you need to go right to the near infrared light, and it targets deeper fibroblast cells that contribute to collagen and elastin production, resulting in firmer, plumper, and more youthful looking skin. It provides a more even tone and pigmentation safely. It does not penetrate the surface, the epidermis, the top layer. So we really want to emphasize that. We want you to use the near infrared light flashing LED. For those of you that are darker pigmented, Fitzpatrick 3 through 5, you know, you African American, Italian, Hispanic, anyone with an olive complexion skin tone, we want to protect the skin and use near infrared flashing light. Okay, and then lastly, we've got the blue light therapy. Blue light is for acne. It's primarily for acne. It kills bacteria that causes acne. It kills bacteria that starts in the pore from where it begins. And it also helps with psoriasis, and it reduces irritation in the skin caused by the sun. So you've got your red light, your blue light, your near infrared, and your yellow light for calming. So this is a really wonderful mask. I did a lot of research on it. Typically you'll find that LED masks, I just should have brought this strap upstairs, I apologize. What you'll find on the market is any LED mask that has near infrared flashing light, that has the face, neck, and décolleté. Could be anywhere from $500 to $750 on up. So I was able to get this launched and really do it in an affordable, at an affordable price point. So for the repair mode, we're going anywhere from 660 nanometers on up to the bedtime skincare mode goes to it goes all the way up to 950 nanometers. So we're looking at a very effective, wonderfully made and tested device that will last you, really will last you and deliver results. So it accelerates cell proliferation, increases ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the energy in the skin. We need to accelerate that energy in the skin, reduces free radical damage, and it increases product absorption. And back to that statement I made about making sure that you apply an ampule or serum. You can even stack your serums or your ampules like I did today. And it homogenizes the skin tone. There's a lot on the site about this device. I'm going to turn it quickly to the pulsing light. The reason I had to wait on the pulsing light is that I needed to read my notes. So let me show you the pulsing light. Can you see the pulsing light? I have it on the white pulsing light, which is cyan. Now it's very comfortable. The pulsing light would allow me to watch TV. It doesn't bother my eyes. You will not believe the change in your skin when you use the pulse light therapy, the flashing light, the near infrared. I have seen a dramatic difference over our old version, the LED mask we had. And I was specifically looking for the manufacturer that could provide me with this flashing light. And I'll tell you, at the price point we have it listed for, it's really, really an amazing quality device. So I'll come right back and I'm going to show you my results. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So I used the pulsing near infrared light for 10 minutes. And I think you can see that my skin looks really smooth and hydrated. I think that the neck looks really tight. And I just think it is such a great investment in your skincare routine. I'm really pleased with the results. It's what we wanted to deliver. We wanted to have an LED device that our clients and customers could use at home that would just deliver the same results that we do and we perform at the spa. So that concludes today's tutorial. I will link a few coupons below. I'll link all the products. And I thank you for stopping on by. And as always, take care of your skin. And I look forward to seeing you next week.
So I'm just popping back on to share with you guys the first day results. So I did the treatment yesterday and I filmed the tutorial, and then this is the my second day. So as you can tell, there's not any irritation. I feel like my skin looks really firm, and I'm really thrilled with that combination treatment I shared with you. So polynucleotide Salmon Rejuran DNA with PLLA, microneedling, medical device, and then of course the newly launched mask, which I'm just absolutely thrilled with, because I think it's really accelerating the results from the microneedling and the ampoules. Then it just goes in and just creates even more change in the skin with that near infrared pulsing light. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm very pleased, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and have a great weekend.